Hey, sorry guys. I'm just doing a little bit of research a little bit here. Trying to correct a previously made error. It's I'm rectifying an error made that Bill noticed. I knew it was coming, I just kept forgetting to check. So, because we built the Vespertine bow, we actually built it in year 6 according to previous streams. So that would mean that this current year would be the year we needed to lose 4 survivors because of necrotoxic mistletoe. So we're still at an okay point. Like, we haven't departed on the event, so it would be an event right here. So we'll just go ahead and do that right now. So we didn't miss it. It just is right now, unfortunately. That's the wrong book. It's that one. All right. Necrotoxic mistletoe. This is a result from building the Vespertine bow. Small berried plants bloom all over the settlement. The airy pollen clusters dance in front of lantern light as they fall from the atmosphere above. The ghostly scene is beautiful. The returning survivors feel their hearts lift and gain 5 survival. So Aramis would have gained 5. All right. As the settlement frolics, enjoying the phenomenon, a few members begin to feel sleepy. Closed node and covered in pollen, they sit to the side and watch everyone play. Nominate a health-conscious survivor. They gain an understanding and a courage and check up on their sleepy friends. Um, so we just need to pick a health-conscious survivor. Probably not anybody too overly uh, important. Let's do this Gorox character. They're pretty health conscious, if you ask me. They gain an understanding and a courage. So a courage and an understanding. They just bolded. Canthus Doctor is pretty sweet. So this is during the settlement phase, which means I get Matchmaker. That sounds about right. Yes, sir. Matchmaker indeed. And an 8, which may be enough to be a permanent attribute. 8 through 9 is a permanent strength. Sweet. Okay, but now comes the bad part. They have to check up on their sleepy friends. So we gotta roll one on the scary head explosion table. We need something high. A 7. That's... You can't complain about that. 7, 8, 9. If the settlement has innovated sculpture, we have not. So we cannot get a Canthus doctor. The health-conscious survivor realizes that the necrotoxic mistletoe has invaded their flesh and they are the source of the epidemic. With a heavy heart, they leave with the infected survivors. She's gone? Just like that? What else I got here? So we could re-roll. You thought we made sculpture for free? No, we didn't have the organs, and it was pottery. But I might use his lifetime reroll just to try to save him. Because Hera's going to go, Hurin's going to go, Julian's going to go, and Laudine can go. So they already have their rerolls used, so we'll use his. Come on. So we actually need low? Who would have thought, huh? Well. Wow. How tragic and annoying. I couldn't do that on an event that needed a high roll if I tried. Okay. So he's gone. But he's not dead. We don't gain the benefits. So, I mean, for all intents and purposes, here he's dead, but we gain no benefits. So that's him, and then we need to get rid of 4. Whoops, sorry. Stream music got reset here. Alright. Yeah, goodbye. And he takes 4 others. So he and 4 others are gonzo. We are rolling on the Necrotoxic Mistletoe page event because we, in year 6, bought the Vespertine Bow. And as a consequence to that, we have to add this to the timeline 4 years from then. We don't get the death benefits. So the health-conscious survivor realizes that the necrotoxic mistletoe has invaded their flesh, and they are the source of the epidemic. With a heavy heart, they leave with the infected survivors, never to be seen again. -4 population. Do not gain the benefits of your settlement's death principle. So I suppose it's only 4 including the Gorox guy. So Hera's going to go as well. So that's 2. Hurin can go. He doesn't have a lifetime reroll left. And Julian? Doesn't matter. They're both... What's our balance here? It needs to be a female. Okay. That's 4. Yeah, not great. Not a great way to start the episode here. But on better on a better note, going back out after this dragon, looking for bow proficiency, looking for... Oh man, maybe we won't take Urza back out. She's got the ruptured muscle, which I don't love. So we could take Pan. Zachary, of course we could take Zachary. Zachary's a stud, and he's ageless. We should probably start him on a new weapon proficiency, to be completely honest. Let him keep the axe, but maybe work on shield proficiency or something. That might be kind of nice. I don't even remember what shield proficiency does. But just as a side, I mean, he might as well, right? little side quest. Let's take a look at shield real quick. Bill's in favor. So shield mastery. When a shield master is adjacent to a survivor that is targeted by a monster, they may swap spaces on the board with the survivor and become the target instead. The master must have a shield to perform this. I mean, it's okay. What's the specialization is while a shield is in your gear, there you are no longer knocked down after collision with a monster. And add additional tall hit locations. That's why the mastery is so ideal, because that gets shield specialization for everybody. Let's do it. He'll maintain his axe mastery. We'll just work on shield as well. Being ageless, you can afford to do that, you know? Cool, cool. Alright, so we are going to take Amras, Pan, Zachary, and then we need somebody to replace Urza with the white gear grid, which is kind of light right now. Mostly looking for like a sword somebody that could be sword. It could be Elza. Elza's got that sneak attack. When you attack a monster from its blind spot, gain +4 strength for that attack. That's really nice. She is blind, so she's got -1 accuracy, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Seems like kind of too good of my gosh, too good of a fighting art to just waste by not putting her out in the field. Sorry, having a small stroke. I've had a huge headache today and I don't understand why. Probably because I've been so excited for this stream. Big brain plays. So we got the bow, the badge for an evasion. Oh, I could give her an eye patch. I think the eye patch adds strength, right? So if we give her the eye patch, which, oh, it doesn't connect one of those. This could connect one of those, though. So if we give her the eye patch, while you wear this, you are blind in one eye, -1 accuracy. If you're blind, you gain 2 strength for being a badass instead. So I'm going to just name this gear grid Urza. No, wrong. Elza. Because it's going to be specific to her. So let's... I want a new... Oh, no, not a new empty loadout, but... Dang it. Ah. Shoot. Well, I'm just going to name this Elza. Because we're also going to give her... Is that right? Bone Blade, Cat Gubba, on the eye patch, duh. So we're going to give her 2 temporary strength because of that. From that eye patch. And this gets her an evasion. Nothing here gets her a luck, though, so that's going to have to go. No departure bonuses or anything, so... we'll save that. And I'm going to need to fix probably somebody's gear grid after making that change, but... So Zachary's, sorry for that cough, fellas. Zachary's looks good all the way around. Nothing changed in his, so it should all be still good. 2 evasion from that grease. Yep, looks excellent to me. Amras, his gear grid. He's also working with Berserker and Monster Claw style. His grid looks good, except we got him a Clawhead Arrow. Oh. Oh, we got him a skull helm. Word. Very good. He does not have an armor set. Does have that shield. Some survival on departure from what? Nothing. He must have lost. Oh, it was probably from an acanthus that he lost. Okay. And then Elza we already did. Pan's the last one to go over. Pan is 7 of 8 on Fist and Tooth Mastery. Very close. This all looks correct. We should have 2 departure survival, a luck, and an evasion. That's all correct. Rawhide armor. Bingo, bingo. Did we give all the 5 survivors to arrive? 5 survival to arrivers. We did. It was returning survivors, so it was to some of those in the past, but I think we are ready to go here, friends. Let's make sure names are correct. We got Amras going back out. Zachary's correct. Pan. We just need to change Urza to Elza. Then we're dialed in. All right. Let's get this hunt event started on another dragon. Put that away. Put that away. Probably the Skinnery. Where are the sounds? Are you guys not hearing audio? Desktop audio? Like you're not hearing me set him down and stuff? Oh, those sounds? Oh, sheesh, I forgot about those. Who knows? That's alright. Alright, so let's set up a hunt for a Dragon King level 1. Let's see if we can't take him down. So, the, those that you're talking about, the command for those was ! redeem with no space, and then space the sound. So ! redeem space gambit was 1. It's been a long time. So we do need this Dragon King book open.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
They still work, my friends. They still work. That's awesome. Okay, so that's all set up. So now let's get this hunt underway. The Fellowship has departed the settlement. That would just be ! Points. Should, no space, should tell you how many points you have. If I remember right. Alright, Amras. We'll go over the fighting arts here as they redeem, or as they start build, just so we can all be fresh on it. Amras is our first event revealer. Amras is a berserker with monster claw style. He's our bowman. He does have hemophobia and he is overprotective, but he's also prepared, so he avoids being a straggler. He's purified, and he's bow specialized with a shattered jaw. Amras, our first event revealer. Settlement ruins. We know this one. You happen upon a scorched settlement. The event revealer gains a courage and investigates. So, event revealer Amras gains a courage. one closer to seeing the truth. He gains that courage and investigates. He rolls a d10. Now, he does not get a bonus towards investigate tables. But he doesn't need it. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, my gosh. There's that one we needed earlier, right? The destruction is recent, and the settlement is still smoking. You foolishly breathe in its noxious fumes. Lose a survival and gain a bleed. Already. This one. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Real quick, let me give him his survival back. Real quick. We need to select our monster. Dragon King. Depart. There we go. Now all of it will be cleared. He loses a survival. Gains a bleed. Alright. Boo. Bad roll. Next is Elza. Elza is new out on this this hunt. She gets a random event, and she has sneak attack. When you attack a monster from its blind spot, gain +4 strength for that attack. She is also overprotective. She's a matchmaker, she's purified, she's blind with a shattered jaw, but she gets +2 strength. So she's pretty strong when she attacks from the blind spot, for sure. See how strong she is at rolling random hunt events. Get that lights in the sky event. Is that 63 or 36? That's 36, right? On the trail, the survivors rush forward, feeling their quarry close at hand. Skip the next hunt space. If this movement begins the showdown, the survivors ambush their quarry. If any survivor has noisy gear, the survivors do not ambush. Start it normally. What was 63, just out of curiosity? Feet. It was definitely 36. Ooh. He's not on that space, though. So we skipped this hunt event. Just to flip, I'm going to move him to the side. Because he sits right here on this one. So our next revealer is Pan, who would jump out here. Pan is our Fist and Tooth almost master. Oh, she's skipping. Yep, sorry. Fist and Tooth almost master. She has Mighty Strike. On a perfect hit, gain +2 strength till the end of the attack. She is indecisive, unfortunately. So hopefully this doesn't call on her to be a event revealer. She's overprotective. She's destined. She's purified, Fist and Tooth specialized. She's got Acid Palms, which is why she's Fist and Tooth specialized. But she is an explorer, so when you roll on an investigate table, add +2 to that roll result. Yeah, we don't ambush because he is on this space right here. Right, is what that says there. So this would flip. Doppel Den. Walking through a dense mist, the survivors find themselves inexplicably home. An unctuous path of smoke permeates the false settlement. Each survivor rolls a d10 and adds their understanding. Each survivor, one at a time. So we'll start back up at the top with Amras, who has 2 understanding. Exclamation mark goes before redeem, Bill. No space. So 5, 6, 7. Unfortunate. Missed that by 1. You take a quick nap. As you sleep, you are murdered and replaced by an evil duplicate of yourself. Add evil to the beginning of your name and gain the marrow hunger impairment. Do not update your death count. If any survivor gained the marrow hunger impairment, add the murder settlement event to the next year on the timeline. Excuse me?
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
What? This is terrible. That's like one of the worst events I've ever seen. Wow. So it's gonna kill. They're gonna kill Zachary because Zachary's got the most experience. Wow. And he's one of our. Wow. I don't even think we have anybody close to 13 XP in here. Huh. Okay, well, nothing we can do about it, I guess, huh? Amras gets marrow hunger. They're evil Amras now. Well, but who has rerolls even available, you know? You need an 8 or higher to avoid that. Do we want to use all of our rerolls, potentially? Eight with understanding, yeah, but like Amras has 2 understanding. Elza only has 1. Pan has 3. I guess we use it until it doesn't pan out. Like if, because all of it just. So we could use Elza's. We could use Elza's to re-roll Amras's, and if Amras fails, then we only use 1 re-roll. Okay. So Amras is not evil. He made it. This, Elza, is going to be the really tough one to get over, because we have to have a 7, 8, 9, 10 in order for her to not be evil. So Amras is safe. Elza, though, has to go again. I would really rather Zachary not die. You know? A 1. That's certainly the wrong end. So we would have to use 1 more reroll. Probably Amras's to keep Pan with 7. Sheesh. There it is. It's over. Okay. So Elza gets evil Elza. And marrow hunger. Marrow hunger. Timeline next year. Murder. This is is gonna be a bad next year. Murder and conviction. Jeez. All right, Pan next. Pan gets to add 3 understanding to this roll. Okay, Pan safe. Zachary would get to add 9, so it was only because of Elza. I wish we could have just like killed her instead. I would have chosen to kill her instead. But doesn't marrow hunger mean we can nominate her to be killed? The survivor's nominated to be the one being killed, right? Because it doesn't ever spell it out, does it? I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm just dreaming. Alright, let's start the showdown. Let's do it, my friends. Okay. Let's Just as a reminder, we do not ambush. Let's grab the rest of these toughness tokens out of here, because we're probably going to need them. This fight is pretty fresh on our minds. We just have to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away like the lion. So we'll start a couple of us. So we'll put Zachary over here somewhere he can see him. Or actually what we could do is just rotate him. Doesn't say he has to be facing that way, right? No. So we'll just rotate him. We'll move 2 people to the back. Probably I'm thinking definitely Amras, who's ranged. And then Elza could maybe be like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Elza maybe here. I'm thinking Dragon's gonna go for Zachary if we have that choice. Well, that's Skull Eater, Mike. That's the Skull Eater event. But Marrow Hunger just means that if murder comes up, that survivor's nominated. So, just as a reminder, Irradiate, he gets a -1 toughness token. As long as he doesn't have 5 of them, it moves to Unseen Agony. If he does have 5, then he melts down. We did realize last time that we do not want to be in his blind spot or in front of him. We want to be behind him. Behind him is safe. He explodes outwards and farts out a little bit of nuclear heat. So let's go ahead and get this started then. With Dragon's first AI being Tooth and Tail. It is a basic. It is closest threat in range. So he's going to go for Zachary, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you read that somewhere, Bill? Just out of curiosity, so I know for the future. So this is a 3, 2, and 2. Zachary has 3 evasions, so got a decent chance of 1 or 2 of these missing. The 3 misses. The 6 and the 6 both hit. They're worth 2 damage each. Going from memory? Okay, we'll look into it. I think you're probably right, but we'll look into it. Double legs! Sheesh. We'll go ahead and dodge one of those. Oh, wait. Before I apply any damage, let's apply arrival bonuses. And then I'll take a survival away to dodge. And then 2 to his legs. Now, the monster angrily whips you with its tail. Turn the dragon to face away from the target. All survivors now in the Dragon King's blind spot suffer knockback 7. Well, he's not going anywhere because he's going to hit this pillar. And then he's going to take 1 damage for hitting that pillar. One damage to his waist. What's the wording on this? Stop their movement, archive the terrain, they suffer 1 damage. It does not say they're knocked down. It's good to know. Okay. Alright, now it's us. Zachary's already in that blind spot. Might as well let him start it off. Dragon does not... I'm going to wait to try to do the shield until there's some minus toughness tokens out here. So for now, I'm just going to go with the axe. Because that shield is not going to be strong enough to hurt him. Because he's got 13 toughness. Sean, I hope you are correct, my friend. If that's the case, we may be able to save Zachary, who is more valuable. Counterweighted axe is 2 speed from the blind spot, 2 or better. Accuracy on this guy is really next level. 4 and 6, that's 2 for 2. Got 1, 2 here. We got a super dense, a wound. Turn the monster face away from the attacker. The dragon sweeps its tail. D10 and add your courage. So that one's not going to hurt because his courage is insane. And then this wound doesn't full move towards the attacker, snatched up and thrown. Boo. Let's go for Serpent Tail first. Now we have 7 strength on this counterweighted axe. And he has 13 toughness. He is a tough old dog. So we need... Yeah, we need a 6+. That is not ideal. 6+ here to wound. A 4, that is a failure. He is axe proficient, however, which means we can re-roll any misses once. Bingo. Alright, now we were going to re-roll... So this is a persistent injury, so even as an axe master, even if we only wounded it, we would have been able to trigger the critical. So let's remove an AI. Critical wound. You destroy a nerve vital to balance. Persistent injury, unbalanced tail. At the start of the monster's turn, roll a d10. On a result of 6+,
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Dragon King's movement becomes 5 until the end of the round. As far as persistent injuries are concerned, that isn't the best I've ever seen. Alright, here we go again. Again, 6+ needed here. Not a 2. We cannot re-roll that because we already re-rolled the first miss. But now that wound doesn't end up doing anything, so... Now, because he has not yet moved, we can move him, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, why not? And then he has Sweet Battle, so he gets a free surge every round, so we'll go ahead and cash that in. I need some more 2s or better. Oh, Zachary. Zachary. Well, you better at least wound here. Yep, he did wound, but as a reflex we're performing Irradiate. So we'll get that wound out of here. Discard this because now we have to perform Irradiate. The chest sphincter tugs open, revealing the Dragon King's radioactive heart. Monster gains a -1 toughness token. If it has 5 or more, performs Meltdown. Otherwise, it performs Unseen Agony, which has a range of 3. So 1, 2, 3. So these guys are out of it, but both Elza and Zachary take 1 damage to 1 hit location. Die on the left will be Zachary, die on the right will be Elza. Zachary, oh, get me back to my orientation here. So left is legs, so legs for Zachary. And Elza takes 1 to the head. Convenient spot to get hit there. Alright. Where's my Elza card? Elza's gonna go get in there with that sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Elza's in the blind spot. Unfortunately, she can't shoot the bow, and... Oh, let's get her a tactics card. I need to get some more sounds for you, Bill, so that you have some variety. Blackguard Tactics. Oh, I can't use this one because this is an expansion tactics. Sorry. How about this one? Yeah, this is Dung Beetle, so we can use this one. Quad strike. During the survivor's turn, if the survivors and monster are arranged according to the diagram above, you may spend 1 survival to quad strike. If you do, each survivor rolls a d10 and adds their strength attribute bonus. If the total result is equal to or higher than the monster's toughness, the monster is knocked down and suffers 1 wound. Each survivor rolls a d10 and adds their strength attribute bonus. So does that mean we get 4 chances to knock him down, or we add up all 4? I don't super understand that one, not gonna lie. Nice, Bill. That's a big come up. Alright, doesn't matter. We can figure that out later. So Elsa is going to attack from the blind spot, so she's going to get a big strength buff. But she is going to attempt with this bone blade. Her accuracy's not great. From the blind spot, she's looking for 6s or better. 50-50 shot. She did not land one. That's a waste. I guess we could have had Amaras shoot first. That's what we should have been doing. Brayden, you fool. Okay, we'll have Amaras shoot this clawhead arrow to try and get him a -1 evasion. So we're going to be shooting, looking for 5s or better here. And we need it on this one. Yeah, 7. So 7 tags him. He gets the -1 evasion no matter what.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Gets the -1 evasion. And now we get to see if we can wound him. So that's used. We have 10 strength on this arrow. Very strong arrow. So we need a 3 or better. A 5. That'll do it. The arrow flew true for another wound. Now we could move, but I think... I don't know. I guess I could move him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pan, our fist and tooth fiend, has got to get in there and get their last fist and tooth strike. So we're going to roll up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's attacking from the front shoulder. Pan's stats, wow, are actually disgusting. So it's 2 speed plus 3 accuracy. So they'll be hitting on 5s or better. Pan is juiced. We need Pan to get ageless. That's 2 for 2 there from Pan. 2 chances at the proficiency point. This wound. This wound might be better to do after this reflex because it would remove those, and we're at the end of the round. So that this is definitely the best way to do it. So he's gonna perform irradiate no matter what, but I think this will work out in our favor. Yeah. Come on now. Pan does not have Monster Claw style. Pan has Acid Palms, which means we get to add. So she's got 3 strength, plus that 4 strength puts her at 7. So we need a pretty big roll here in order to wound him. That an 8 will do it. 8 plus 4 plus 3 is 15. We only needed like 12. So that is a successful wound with fist and tooth. And will, assuming she survives, produce a fist and tooth master in our settlement. Now, irradiate is a response to that. So everybody within this vicinity is going to suffer 2 wounds to 1 location. So we'll start with Pan. Pan's going to take 2 hits to the body. Very commonplace for injuries. And then we'll go to Elsa next. Elza's taken 2 to the arms. It's a heavy for Elza. And then Zachary's last but not least. 2 to the body for Zachary. Okay, now this has a very high benefit for us. If we wound, we get to remove those toughness tokens. So we're definitely wanting to wound this here. Because the +4 strength doesn't matter, because this is the last attack of the round. That's actually a critical wound. A word up on that. Pan. So remove all -1 toughness tokens from the monster. And gain a survival for each token removed. She is already full, so unfortunate. I'm trying to think if I just removed a wound or not. So we should have got 1 for Zachary. I don't even think Elza got 1. 2 from Pan, 1 from Amras. Yep, so we should have 4 removed, and there are 4 removed, so we are good. Alright, and now we have to pass it back to the dragon. But this says, at the start of the monster's turn, roll a d10 on a result of 6+. Too bad. Oh well. He picks Lordly Roar. Threat with most hunt XP. That is Zachary. The monster's roar propels a searing wind across your face. So it's a move and intimidate action. So he's gonna rotate here. He's going for Zachary. Move and intimidate. The sound quakes your bowels. Suffer monster level +3 brain damage, so 4 total. He's also immortal, so we need to remember that. He's not insane anymore, so it doesn't matter. But roll a d10 and add your courage. Sorry, I forgot about that. It might have messed some stuff up, but I'll remember it. Roll a d10, add your courage. Of course it had to be a 1. If the result is less than 12, he has 9 courage. You know how easy that would have been to roll over 12? Very. Holy cow. Otherwise it would have ended up as an archive of this card. Give me a break. Holy hell. Suffer the flea brain trauma. Sometimes you get 1. Yeah, right. All the times I get 1. Flee. You're knocked down, suffer knockback equal to your movement towards the closest board edge, and gain a d5 of insanity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knocked down. d5 insanity. So 2. Alright. End of dragon's turn. Up. Up. Sheesh. Titan and Rock? I'm not sure. Hope they're doing okay. Busy schedules, you know. You know how it be. So let's let Pan run around 1, 2, 3, 4 to the blind spot here. Actually, you might as well go 5. We'll get all the way over here. So Pan, I mean, there's really no point in attacking with Katars. I mean, I guess we could. her Fist and Tooth is just so strong. We're going to just keep attacking with Fist and Tooth. So 2 speed. Pan's got 3 accuracy, so we're looking at 4 or better from the blind spot. Yeah, 2. So she also has Mighty Strikes on a perfect hit, which was just hit. She gets +2 strength. So, even better there. Oh, wow. That was quite the combination for that. Okay, so that doesn't happen. It was an impervious followed by a trap. So perform basic action, target the attacker. That should have been exclamation mark.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for
Exclamation mark toot or exclamation mark fart is what that really was. I don't remember which one it was, but that was bad. Perform basic action, target the attacker, and then they get knocked into next week. So 2. We don't want her to take many hits. She's got 3 evasion. Those both miss. So no damage from it, but she does perform Irradiate, which is just one of these, and it's going to hit Pan and Elza, so 1 for each. Pan's on the left, Elza's on the right. Yeah, that's more like it. Pan takes 1 to the head, Elza takes 1 to the body. And then she's punched up into the stratosphere. The meaty thud, if you will. Okay. Elza is going to give it a go. Elza's attacking with the sword from the blind spot. Bone blade. So this is 2. We need 5s or better. Oh! Sheesh. 2 10s. My gosh. It would be better if they got something for that. No complaints, no complaints. Okay, so both these are lame. Both of these are actually super lame, but this one's less lame, so I'm going to try this one. So it's just in a wound situation. So he has 12 toughness. We have 4 strength plus 4 strength for attacking from the blind spot, which puts it at 8. So we need 4s or better to wound. 4s or better to wound with a bone blade. Yeah, an 8 will do it. Only have 1 luck, so it is not a crit. It is a wound. Sorry. Now in reaction to that, the Dragon King leaps into the air with a blast of steam. Place 2 lava pool terrain tiles on spaces the Dragon King occupies, then full move the Dragon King away from the attacker. What the heck is his full movement? 10. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's right here. I need that die. Alright. But at least he doesn't gain the toughness, I guess. Redeem Indiana Jones The Last Crusade? No, I haven't yet. I'll make a note, Bill. I'll put that one in today after stream. I'll put that one in because that's a good one. That'll be a good one. Alright, now I need 2 lava pool terrain tiles, which hopefully we will never see as anything other than lava pool terrain tiles. So it actually goes here and here, kind of cuts off rotation there. not in there. Awkward. Okay. Whatever. There they are. Okay. So Amras can still easily shoot at him. It's just a question of whether or not we want to use a Vespertine arrow for luck, or if we want to just try to wound him. Should we? Let's try to do some crits. We're here to freaking farm some resources, aren't we? So Amras, we want to be sure we're hitting here to the best of our abilities. So we're gonna run up 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get in the blind spot. I did, yeah. It didn't knock down his movement, unfortunately. But we're gonna jump into the blind spot. We're gonna shoot with this arrow. We're 2 speed. We're hitting on 3 or better because he has -1 evasion, and we are in the blind spot. So we need 3s plus. All right, 2 of them. It was a good move. It was a good decision. No crit and a crit. Okay, at least there's a critical location. This is nice, actually. This is actually a huge crit location. So there is a failure involved. However, we get 4. We get deadly 4 for this. And we already have... We don't have any luck. We have a bowman with no luck. What are we thinking? Alright. So 4 luck, straight up. That's all we got. We didn't even need 4. We got it. So that is a critical wound. With, let's get rid of that. Don't want to forget that. With astounding precision, you cut a toe free. Gain a permanent accuracy. And the King's Claw Dragon King resource archive this card. Yes, please. That's a bone. Okay, and then this one's going to be harder because it does not have a critical location. So we'll just roll. I think we probably need up there close to a 9, 10 again to wound it. That makes it easy. Definitely did not wound there. And he's going to irradiate again. So he's going to gain a -1 toughness. We, being Amras, is the only one close enough to gain the 2 damage. So it's 2 damage to 1 location for Amras. And it's to the hands, to the arms. So it's a light hit. Not ideal. Last one with a turn to go is Zachary. Zachary could launch a mystery stone. We just don't know what that location is. So instead I'm just going to full move up with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to block. We're going to activate our shield to block. Just in case something's coming our way. I don't think he should have meaty thudded till this next round, so... He does meltdown if he gets 5 -1 toughness tokens. So it's the start of the monster's turn. Let's see if we can reduce his movement. We cannot. We needed a 6+, so we did not reduce movement, so he draws an AI, which is an advanced duration. When this is drawn face down, the Dragon King gains -1 toughness tokens until it has 4 of them. Disgusting. Then the Dragon King flaps its wings. All survivors suffer knockback 7 away from it. Ooh, very close. When this is drawn face up, the Dragon King gains -5 toughness tokens and perform meltdown. Okay. Not good. not great by any means, but I don't think we really have a chance of killing him here. We'd have to wound him 7 times. So we just want to make sure he's facing away from us when he melts down. Which he is. So is it going to be better to just let him draw this? Let him melt down? Like we move up kind of close. Let him melt down and then just continue on. Yeah, he's flopping down now. At the beginning of the survivor's turn, which is now, you land next to the monster with a meaty thud. Suffer bash and 4 damage. Bash and 4 damage to monster level hit locations. So you'd be knocked down like... Since we can't encourage, he'd come here. Knocked down. 4 damage. That's just wild. He can really not take it anywhere, really. Guess he could take it there. It's a heavy, so he'd be knocked down again, but... Overcharge could kill in 4 wounds, but we can't get 4 people there to wound. You see? But if he overcharges right now, I don't think it hurts anybody. Except Pan. Pan would get hurt. And we really need Pan to survive. Because I think you actually have to physically be behind him, right? We've seen it before, so I don't care. It's not really a spoiler anymore. No, you don't. So Pan wouldn't even get hurt. So if we don't wound this round, he'll overcharge out in front of him, and it won't hurt any of us. I think that's what we have to do. So I'm going to move Zachary up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zachary moves up. Zachary also blocks again. Amras is going to move a little closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to archive this Vespertine arrow. Well worth its use, I guess. Got us some dragon claws. So we have to archive this arrow. And then I'm going to use the cat eye circlet to check out these next 3, see if any of them are worth a stone. Oh my gosh. We could get another King's Tongue and a -1, or 2 horn fragments. But that one doesn't give us a wound. The trap is unfortunate to get this quick. We've only made it through 3 freaking cards. Are you sure about that, Bill? Whoops, sorry, forgot to unmute. Sorry about that. Ammo, bow, deadly 4, not sure how long I've been muted. Archive after use. If your attack misses, place a flower patch terrain tile adjacent to the monster. So it's gone. Alright, well we're just going to let him burn up here. Nothing else we could really do. Getting the trap that soon again is super unfortunate, but not a whole lot we can do. You're fine, Bill. All right, let's let him do it. I was muted a long time. Sorry about that. I mute when I cough, So I must have just missed the unmute there. When this is drawn face up, Dragon King gains -5 toughness tokens, which will put him well over. So, and then he performs Meltdown. So Meltdown is this guy here. Each survivor in the melting zone is caught in the disintegrating wave. Archive all destructible terrain in the affected spaces. Flip all the stuff. Remove all the -1s. Now, none of us are in this wave, which is great. We're all behind him and not directly in his blind spot. So it kind of is a burn turn for him. You can send the trap down. You only need 4 wounds with overcharge. With the axe, you can do it in less wounds. Yeah, I guess, but I don't have. He doesn't have any -1 toughnesses anymore. My thing is, if he cosmic uppercuts on a trap, we could probably kill him before whoever it is hits the floor. You know what I mean? So maybe we try to sneak some wounds in this turn, not by sending the trap down. Next turn, we could analyze and see where we're at, see if we need to pull the trap at the beginning of the turn or send it back down. Because, well, Pan's up. A soft thud wouldn't be bad for a couple people. I don't want Pan to get it because I really need them to survive being about to get Fist and Tooth Mastery. So we roll Zachary up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since he can attack from... Oh, he can get to the blind spot. 5. How many +1 strength tokens do I have, though? Only 1. Okay. So let's do this. But one of these is impervious. Let's do it on the next one. We'll overcharge on the next attack. Because he's going to free surge. But I don't want to waste a surge. I don't want to waste that on one of them being impervious. So let's just go ahead and have him roll right here off the bat. So this is 2s or better. So should be 2 automatic hits. 3 and 3, which is great. So 1 and 1. We have an impervious location. That reflex is actually absurd. Okay. They both suck, if anybody's curious about that. But honestly, our best route here is probably just going to be... So we got 7 strength. They're both reflexes. So the first one's pretty survivable. Alright, that's a failure, so we're going to re-roll that, being axe proficient. That's another failure. Wow, that's incredible. I'm duly glad I didn't waste an overcharge on this. So I have to spend 2 survival to cancel out that reflex. And then here's a Serpent's Horn. So the only way I wound this is with a crit. Does he have 2 luck? Just 1. So no wound, and I gain a random disorder, and if I'm insane, which I am, I gain another random disorder. Yeah, so that is 2 random disorders. So this random is apathetic. So Immortal's good and Quixotic is good, so I have to get rid of Weak Spot to gain apathetic, which means you cannot use or gain survival, you cannot gain courage. Cure this disorder if you have 8+ understanding, which I do, so it would be cured. but I mean, I have to gain another one, and it's quixotic. So I don't actually gain quixotic, and I get to cure apathetic. So that worked out in our favor somehow. All right, Amras is going to once again use the cat eye circlet to get these top three. Better, not great, but better. So we'll put the trap down here. We'll put this here and this here. Now I'm going to have Zachary do his free surge. And let me see if I have to call overcharge beforehand. Yeah, so I'm calling overcharge right now. So I'm spending a survival to subtract my +1 strength token. So this next attack, all of my attacks gain devastating 1. So they will all do 2 damage. Both of these attacks. 2 and a 9. I really wish that 9 would have been a 10. It would have just been an automatic pull, but that's alright. I'm going to do this serpent tail vertebra first. So this is with Zachary, who has only 6 strength now.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
We need some wounds here, friends. 7 will do it. 7 plus my 6 strength is exactly what we need to wound him at 13. So that is a success. We don't have to deal with the failure, and that's good for 2 wounds. Moving on to Serpent's Wings. Serpent Wings. This does have a wound effect on it. That's another wound. Cannot complain about that. So let's deal with the AI first. So there's only 1 left here, so we'll pick it up, discard it. We have to reshuffle these guys. And we'll just take the top one. I did take off 2. And then the wound effect on this. The dragon leaps into the air with a blast of steam. Place 2 lava pools on top, and then full move the Dragon King away from the attacker. So he'd go like this. And then we'd get 2 more tiles down there. Like that, and like that. Now this is the problem, is we can't send it down any more than it already is. So I'm just going to move Pan out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get her out of the way if we can. Amras is our bowman. Thing is, the attack is coming at Zachary. Our bowman has already gone and used Cat Eye Circlet. So really the only one left that could take a turn is Elza. So I guess we could move Elza up to like there, the front line, if you will. And then we'll just have to pass it back to old Dragon King. And I think Zachary's doing okay on armor. Yeah, he is. And he's insane, so he'll still take some damage to insanity. So we'll let Dragon King go and hope he doesn't get the toughness one. Or maybe it would be good if he got the toughness one. I don't know. He didn't, so it's the Lordly Roar. Threat with most hunt XP is going after Zachary. So the sound quakes your bowels, suffer monster level +3 brain damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll a d10 and add your courage. This is the one where I need... I'm not rolling that stupid die again. That one didn't work last time, so we're just rolling the normal ones. Yep. 5 plus 9 is 14. So if it's less than 12, it's not. Otherwise, you stand your ground. The Dragon King is impressed by your bravery. Gain 3 survival and archive this card. Gone. So that's like a wound right there. Dragon King liked that. He's not gonna like this. Alright. Proficiency point wise, it'd be great if we could sling one in there with the bow if possible. Otherwise, I'm not too stressed about it. The problem with the bow is that we would have to trigger the trap. We can send the trap down once here, Bill. That's it. So bow with overcharge we can't do unless we trigger the trap because he has the cat eye circlet. So unless we trigger it with our marrow hunger individual, which maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll just trigger it with the marrow hunger person, and then our other three can kill him in that time. Let's do that. Let's do it. Come on, we're okay. It'll be alright. 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure we'll kill him in time. So long as they wound him. So he needs a 6 or better. Because of that accuracy issue. Oh, a 9. Goody, 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 goody. Oh no! It's a trap. So, basic action. I did forget about the basic action. That damage is going to hurt. And hopefully not kill him. Because we need him to be alive to die for Zachary. So, 2, 2, and 2. With 2 evasion. Come on, big dog. Alright, that misses. So just 1 hit. And it's worth 2 damage. So let's just make it really easy and just in the head. Legs, that's just as good. That's a heavy hit. Thank you. I thought it was pretty good. Punched him into the stratosphere. And then, oh, he takes the damage from Irradiate first. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, because it's basic action first. And this is all of basic action. So then he irradiates. Does 1 damage to Zachary and 1 damage to Elza. The damage to Zachary is to his body. And the damage to Elza is to his body. Which is another heavy hit. And then he's punched out of this world. Excellent work, team. Excellent work. Okay, now let's reshuffle these. Oops. Triple shuffle. Alright, and now it's us. We gotta let Amras try, right? Gotta let him try. He does not currently have a strength token, so he will need to acquire one. So he's going to spend a survival to embolden to get a strength token. And then he's going to overcharge to spend that strength token to take a shot with the bow. Now, Amras, 3 speed, 4 plus accuracy with a -1 evasion, meaning 3s or better. 9 hits, 1 definitely misses, and a 6 hits, but he's a bow proficient, so he can reroll any misses once. I have a feeling we might need... that's good. We might need every attempt possible here, because he does not have very high strength. Alright, so there's a wound situation here that would take him out of range. If they are within 3 spaces, there we go, we'll do that one first, because that one doesn't have any consequence. Alright, so we have 5 strength with the Vespertine bow. He has 13 toughness, -1 puts him at 12, which means we need 7s or better to wound. That's a tough sell. That's a tough one. That's a failure. So turn to face the attacker. If they are within 3 spaces of the monster, they are kicked away and suffer knockback 7. They are not within 3 spaces of the monster, so they do not suffer that. And actually, I might do this one next, I think. I'm going to. So, roly, roly, roly. Come on. A 6. No. I think that's one short. It is one short. But as a reflex, he's going to perform Irradiate. So he's going to drop that there. I should have done it first. Should have done this one first, because then it would have made the other ones easier to wound. Big brain. So what our boy is going to take, our boy Zachary is going to take 2 damage to 1 location here. He's kind of getting cooked. Sitting up there in the nuclear blast zone, 2 to the head. Elzo's got 1 last chance to wound with this bow. And it's on this card here, Serpent's Wings. 1 more chance to get it done. And they cannot do it. Can't do it. So it's a failure. Okay, let's let Zachary go, I suppose, and try to finish this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can attack from diagonally. Oh, I guess he's still adjacent, actually. So Zachary's going to give it a go. Actually, we're not going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. We're going to let Pan go. Because she's pretty high strength. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Zachary has a Founding Stone. If we get in a really bad spot, we can just Founding Stone it. But if we spend his attack, then we can't. So let's let Pan go with Fist and Tooth. She's real tough as far as Fist and Tooth is concerned. So 2 speed. 3 plus accuracy on that. So actually, I think those both miss. So it's 8 plus. The 3 accuracy brings it down to 5 plus, but the evasion keeps it at 4. So it is 1. Oh. Oh no. Well, that might have been a mistake to move her into the blast zone. Okay, she gets 1 hack at it, at a wound. 8 plus her 3 strength, 11. He only has 11 toughness. We can roll this just as salt in the wound, but it is a sheesh, Pan. So it is a successful wound, which discards that. And then he's going to perform Irradiate, which throws another -1 toughness out there. So it's 3 damage to both Zachary and Pan to 1 location. So Pan first. Waste, thank goodness. 1, 2, 3. Zachary next. 3 damage to... Is that waste as well? Waste. Okay. So he's got 1 life point left. If I could look at the next 3 cards to see if there's a crit worth critting, I would, but I can't. So I guess I should just attack and hope I don't pull the trap, right? Is that the logical, or should I throw a stone? Because, I mean, if I throw a stone and it doesn't hit a critical location, it doesn't hit, right? So I might as well just assume I can attack him with my axe. So if I roll up here with the axe, 2 speed on the counterweighted axe, and 2 plus. Even not in the blind spot, it's 2 plus. So 3 and 3 hit and hit. So they're both critical locations, so either way they would have worked. So this wound kind of sucks. That failure is not as big of a deal because I'm not really worried about failing. And this could get me some resources. This could get me a permanent strength. But we'll just start with this serpent. Man, I don't know. Which one's better? So this gets me a husk and a veined wing if your settlement has forbidden dance, which I don't think we do. Do we? We don't. So we would only get a husk and a veined wing out of that, but this we would get a permanent strength. So I guess we go for resources. At the end of the day, that's why we're here, is to farm resources, right? Plus we need a 9-10 anyways, so it's not very likely. Yeah, a 6 is enough to wound, for sure. So he is dead. But it was just a matter of which one we wanted to try. Where was the death blow at? Oops. Oh, death blow was only 3 cards down. That's cool. Alright. Well, he may not be dead. He may not be dead. Okay. So let's draw our 4 and 4 resources. We didn't farm him quite as much as we did last time, which is okay. So let's shuffle these up. So 1, 2, nice, an organ. 3, organ. Yes. 4. And shuffle, shuffle. 1, husk. 2, horn fragments. 3, veined wing. 4, horn fragments. Oh, those 4 went quick. I think we needed hardened ribs. Oh, he's got dragon iron, huh? Alright. So there's our 9 total acquired resources. Now, we manage departing survivors. No, we complete the showdown. Congratulations, team. 1 hunt XP for everybody. And we got Fist and Tooth Mastery. We did it. We did it. On the first guy we tried to do it with, I mean, granted that dude was an absolute unit in comparison to most of your Fist and Tooth attempts, but to get that mastery the first time you try for it is very nice. So a couple things we have to do. We have to draw another settlement event. So our worst one's out there, so I'm not too worried. If we draw murder again, we just have to do it once. Okay. I should have been worried, because, oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. We have rivalry and murder in the same year. That's, I mean, I think that might be the worst combo. I'm not even sure that I did age up. Nobody hit their age milestones. I'm not even sure that like plague and murder could be worse than that. That is horrific. It's insanity. Alright, and then I'm not really sure the order we're supposed to solve these in. I think I'd rather do murder first. Just to get it over with. Somebody's getting murdered, so we'll do murder first. Someone in the settlement has been murdered. The survivor with the highest XP is the victim. They are dead. The murderer, the survivor with the highest insanity, is caught in the act and is awaiting punishment. These are settlement events, Bill. Select the table that corresponds with your settlement's society principle and roll a d10 to determine the fate of the murderer. So, and then all that Evil Elza says is when the murderer or Skull Eater settlement events are drawn, this survivor is nominated. Oh my gosh, read the sheet, huh? I'm not sure exactly what the debate is here. This is the same order we've done it in forever, I believe, but... what sheet are you talking about? It's not there. Talking about the one that's on the flip side of this? Let's go take a look here. Not sure where that card's at on this. Does it keep these on there if I flip it? So this is what you're talking about? Gain endeavors, update timeline, update death count, check milestones, develop. That can't be what you're talking about. Oh, great. All those cards are gone. Give me a second. Oh, no. They all went under the table. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. This is all so pointless. It doesn't matter. On the settlement sheet, huh? Like here where you would write them? Okay. That sounds great. Thanks. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Alright. So we are in the... oh, we haven't picked... Oh, we picked a principal yet? Oh yeah, we're accepting darkness. Okay, so, and then the wording on this just says, when the murder or Skull Eater settlement events are drawn, this survivor is nominated. So I am nominating him to be the survivor that is murdered. You're dead. And then the survivor with the highest insanity is caught in the act. Ooh. Amras has 10. Ooh. Urza. Oh. Urza has 14. We're losing 2 purified survivors this year. Not 1, but 2. So Elza, well, possibly 2. Elza's murdered. They don't have their reroll still, do they? Yeah, reroll is not available. Dead. Alive? No, dead. Give us our 1 Graves bonus. Evil Elza, smell ya. And now it's Urza. Urza is rolling on the Accept Darkness table. Hoorah! An 8. 4+. The murderer becomes the undisputed boss of the settlement, gains 3 hunt XP. Each player selects 1 fighting art and 1 disorder. The murderer must take all of them, replacing any existing fighting arts or disorders they have. So I would like to give them... What's the good dragon art ones? It's Champion's Right and something else. Which is the better one? Faded Blow. I'm going to give them Faded Blow. And then for a disorder, I'm going to take away binge eating. That seems like the worst one they have, because we don't really have any consumable stuff anymore. So I'm going to take away binge eating and give them quixotic. And that is the end of that event. They lose all disorders? Are you sure? Each player selects one fighting art and one disorder. The murderer must take all of them, replacing any existing fighting arts or disorders they have. So I did one art and one disorder. But they don't lose all their disorders and all their fighting arts. They just replace them. And then rivalry. If there are less than 2 returning survivors, discard rivalry and draw a new event. Select 2 random returning survivors. They begin to argue, and their screams rouse the settlement. So this is between Amras, Pan, and Zachary, huh? It's unfortunate. Okay, so we got to take 4 out of here. So now we just have 1, 2, and 3. So the survivor that I draw is excluded from the rivalry fight. 1. Oh gosh. So Amras is not in the fight, but Pan and Zachary, our 2 best survivors in the entire settlement, are fighting each other. Okay. All right. They begin to argue, and their screams rouse the settlement. All right. Seven, I mean, that's right in the middle. That's right where we don't want it. The 2 rivals immediately come to blows. Randomly choose one of the 2 rivals to suffer a gaping chest wound, severe injury. Add rivals to the next year on the timeline. In which case, to get rid of that, we would have to duel. And dueling is much more dangerous. 1 through 2, they both die. 3 through 7, one of them dies. 8 through 10, neither of them dies. But I could re-roll this to try and get 1 through 3 or 9 through 10. Either are fine. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just use one of our no-namers, really. Use Balwer's Lifetime Reroll to reroll this. To give our 2 the best chances at something successful here. 8! No way! 8 is still in that same one. Alright, one of them has to get a gaping chest wound. So we'll shuffle these up and see which one it is. It's Zachary. Zachary gets a gaping chest wound. Yeah, but the problem is it comes back. Add rivalry to next year on the timeline. So, rivalry is in there. The only way we can get rid of it is to duel. But if we don't roll an 8 through 10 when we duel, they die. I don't know if we can risk that with those 2 characters specifically. I don't know if we can take that chance of one of those 2 dying, because right now they're both alive. It would almost be more ideal to just spend that those endeavors on new life that's not as valuable, sacrifice them to rivalry next year kind of thing, because we have 5 endeavors. Yeah, we'll do that. Underwater train. Huh? Okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and endeavor real quick, because I don't think we can get bed yet. We need hovel first. But hovel and then bed is how you heal that gaping chest wound injury. So we'll give up a monster hide, a monster bone, a monster organ, and an endeavor to pull 4 randoms, sorry. Face painting, hovel, scrap, smelting. Uh-oh. Yikes, we need both of those. Actually, they are all good. Hovel gets us an increased survival limit and a departing survival. Scrap smelting gives us the option to start crafting iron. Well, we can always scrap smelt special innovate when we get the resources. Yeah. Okay, we can do hovel. I am a-okay with that. We do have to go do the story event now. Conviction. We gotta pick a conviction, people. Survivors must find a reason to be. Treasure the darkness and all its mystery. Oh, that's very rhymey. Very good. Or seek the master to master it and grow strong. So we either master the darkness or treasure the mystery, and it is a barbarian or whatever. What's our population? Population is 14 right now. Let me take a look at these. I think it's romantic, right? Romantic or barbarian. Barbaric. Or romantic, yep. So we have barbaric. All current and newborn survivors gain a permanent strength, and it increases our survival limit. That's really nice. Survival limit +1. When you get in a random fighting art, draw 3 and keep the best one. It's also nice. Probably barbaric, right? Yeah. Not seeing much appeal for romantic, honestly. So we'll take barbaric. So that should give everybody that +1 permanent strength. Yep, that's crazy. That's real nice. Alright. Life is finding the perfect death. The lantern is power. By its light, all will be led to the final glorious moment. Add Hands of Heat to next year on the timeline. Hands of Heat can be good, though. As with most in this game. The settlement gains barbaric, which we have recorded that. Now we have to roll. And this one we really do need a high roll, truly, because we really don't want to lose half our resources is why. Oh my gosh. I needed that so bad on... Oh my gosh. Lifetime reroll, I guess. I needed that so badly on the rivalry. I was trying. Yeah, I added Hands of Heat. Alright, there we go. A 10. Nominate a survivor. They gain 4 courage and the following ability, Thundercaller. Who will that benefit the most courage-wise? It would benefit Pan, our Fist and Toother. It would also benefit Amras. It would give him max courage. Kind of a waste, though. Pan wouldn't be bad. Urza's kind of not super important to me at this point, because until we can heal that ruptured muscle, they're kind of useless. Where is Sunny? Yeah. Might be nice for Sunny. We could do Sunny. That would perfectly max out their courage. It's not bad. They would see the truth. Do we have a... do we have at least one Dridecanthus? We don't. So it's going to blind them. We don't have a Dridecanthus. Tick is kind of lame, yeah. And already maxed out on courage. But blind isn't the worst thing ever when we pair it with the eye patch, you know. Yeah. I'm leaning a little more towards Sunny. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I mean, he's young, doesn't necessarily need max courage, but if we gave it to Pan, they would lose one of their 5 permanent accuracy. We could even then give them the patch if we wanted, which would just help their Fist and Tooth level. Oh, but they're not even close to maxing out courage. So it's... he does have a cool name. It's a good point. How old is Pan, by the way? They're only 4 years old, and they're a Fist and Tooth Master. That's so nice. Yeah, while a survivor is a Fist and Tooth Master, they gain +2 permanent accuracy, +2 permanent strength. They receive this bonus even when not attacking with Fist and Tooth. It's just disgusting. Yeah, that's the bonus they got for Fist and Tooth Mastery. And they have the flower, so they're still technically invincible. Yeah, let's give the 5 to Pan. Or 4. I would rather give it to, because that also makes him a matchmaker, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, they're an absolute unit. We can't have them running around with 2 courage. That could hurt them in those courage rolls. I wouldn't, we don't want to risk that. Where am I at here? Bold. So during the settlement phase, it is matchmaker. Yeah, which is great. And then we get to roll for another permanent attribute of some kind. Yeah. I hope that's just a permanent strength, not accuracy. Okay, +1 permanent strength. again for Pan, who is now just an absolute demon and needs to start working on a different mastery. So we need to decide what kind of mastery that is. That could be sword. They're pretty valid at this point. Okay, so we have 4 more endeavors. We definitely need to purify somebody because we're kind of running out of purified survivors. So that's definitely a need to. Oh, he could totally do shield mastery, couldn't he? With all of that strength and accuracy? Yeah, we may have to do shield. He's pretty tough. Okay. So the sacred pool, it would take 2. Should we intimacy first or no? Like, would it be worth it to intimacy and then purify that brand new survivor? Are they going to come out with better stats right now? Are they going to come out with better stats than our old people? I think they are, right? So it'd probably be worth it to just keep these guys as cannon fodder and new birth purify our survivors. I think that's the move, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, crazy good with Saga. We don't have family yet, but Saga helps the newborn survivors. 2 courage, 2 understanding, 2 hunt XP. I think that's what we should do. So we'll spend 1 to go straight to intimacy. Intimacy's pretty safe for us these days for the most part. I say that. I don't know why I said that out loud. But we get to add one for each of our purified survivors. I don't think anybody here has Sun Eater. Unless Sunny maybe does. Tick's got just about everything else. No, he is a child of the sun, though. So we just need to nominate 2. So, I mean, it could even be Amras and, oh, those are 3 dudes. It could be, because the dude's safe, so we could do, they're not passing on any traits, I don't think. But it could be Pan and Urza. Pan and Urza would get us +2.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
Yeah, we could do that.
I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Or Amras and Urza, doesn't really matter because we don't have family. So, well, that's the lowest we could get. So we have to take the lowest. So 2 + 2 is 4. A newborn is brought kicking and screaming into the world. This is just, honestly, as long as we don't get a 1. So, newborn is brought kicking and screaming. Let's make it a female. Olivia, that's good. That's cool. Cool spelling. So it was Urza and Pan. So that's what they're getting. An understanding, a strength, evasion, a strength, 2 courage, 2 understanding, 2 hunt XP, 3. So they're automatically born as a tinker as well. So create Olivia. So they go straight to the tinker table. Tinker is an excellent stat to have. So let's go to insight. And roll for her tinker ability. See if we can't get our hands on another permanent attribute of some kind. A 4 is probably not. That's probably just going to help us in the settlement phase. Tinker 4, gain +1 endeavor. So we just spent... So we had 4. Because we had 5 total, we innovated. And then we birthed, which brought us down to 3. And then that birth just canceled that out and brought us back up to 4. Which is good. She was born for free, basically, at all that. And she's rocking 2, 1, 2s, and 3 across the board. So she is better. So we might as well purify her, I guess. Unless we want to take her out on a hunt and purify somebody else. No, we'll just purify her right now. So we'll spend 2 endeavors. We'll stick with the original plan. You're purified. Record this. Purified. You cannot depart this year. Gain the overprotective disorder. Overprotective. And roll a d10. On when we roll the result of 8+, we get to give her a luck. Ah, dang. So 5. On an 8+, gain a permanent of our choice. Otherwise, gain a permanent strength or accuracy. Might as well go strength. Strength never hurt nobody. Or is it strength always hurt somebody? I don't know. Okay, good. So now we have 2 endeavors left. Let's take a look at our armor and crafting situation. And our resources. We were worried we were going to lose our resources, but we outrolled it. So, good for us. We still don't have a freaking organ. Enough organs. So if we... Which I think everything else that we need needs iron. And we can't scrap smelt. Beacon shield. Beacon shield is blacksmith. That's right. We can do the king or the blast shield. But we don't have an iron. Let me take a look at that blast shield. 1, 7, and 4. Block 1. First time you block a hit each showdown, gain the priority target token. So we can't do a shield. And I think that any of these other armors require iron, 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 iron. So we can't do anything without iron. And if, oh, sorry guys, if we want to get iron, then we have to special innovate scrap smelting, which requires 2 scrap, 5 bone, and 5 organ. And for whatever reason, we cannot get our hands on organ. So we could try to build a better sword, I'm thinking. Or, oh, we do lose half our resources next year because of Hands of Heat. Oh, Hands of Heat, you suck. Can we make like a blast sword or something? Can't even make the arrow because it requires dung. We could, oh, we can't make a blast sword because we don't have any freaking organ. Blast sword's pretty good too. Is there a way we can transfer these to Oregon? What is it? It's not a forest run, right? But can't you like trade yours for... Trade monster-specific resources for generic resources? Isn't there a way we can do that? Why can't I remember what that is? Or am I just out of my mind? I don't remember... I don't remember what... It's pottery? That figures. Let's take a look real quick. No, it's not pottery. Flowers deteriorate. Why can't I remember that, guys? I know that's a thing. Ah, man, I can't think here. I'm on the wiki right now trying to see. It's just kind of walking me through different kinds of resources. Trading resources. Dang it. On a settlement card? Yeah, I might have to look into that because that would be ideal, right? I mean, we wouldn't get rid of our Dragon King resources, but I'd give... Oh, well, we only have one dung beetle. Never mind. That actually wouldn't even really help us any. Oh, you think it's on one of these tall ones? Yeah, I know. It's not good. Make hide, but... It's not good, not good. We don't want these to just go to waste. Because that's what's going to happen if we don't spend them before next year. I can almost get the shielded quiver. 2 cabled veins. Oh, cable veins, not veined wings. I don't know why organs have been so tough for us to get our hands on. Not good. There's really no other sword options. We could do a scrap sword. But is that frail? I don't want another frail weapon. I'm sure it is. I think all the scraps are, unless you have the rebar. Oh, it's not. The scrap sword is not frail. Maybe we should pick up a scrap sword at least, right? like that's not a bad buy. We'd have to spend some resources, but it's just less that they can take from us next time around. So scrap sword would be 2 bone and a scrap. We have 6 scrap. So the 2 bone would just come from probably a skull and one of these horn fragments, because I don't think we need that many horn fragments either. We need 1 for the mantle. We can't because we need 5 organs. Or save the resources so we can save the ones we want is true, but we are using a bone sword right now, and that's not going to hold up. So it would cost a horn fragment, a skull, and a scrap. We should probably turn this fresh acanthus into an acanthus we can use, right? So we'll probably be getting more, and hopefully we can just ditch a bunch of fresh acanthus if we hunt a lope next year. Give us that and at least a scrap sword. Not dagger. Scrap sword. Do we have heat yet? I think we do, because didn't we already do Hands of Heat once? Do we? No, yeah, we have Lantern Oven. So that's good. But we do need to do like so we probably we're just not in a great armor state. Our armor is not great. It's okay on Zachary and it's okay on Pan. But armor wise, other than that, we're not in a great spot. Because, I mean, we take Amaras for bow, Pan, because freaking Pan. And then Olivia can't go, so we were going to take Sunny. And I guess we still have to take Zachary, even with a gaping chest wound. Beacon Shield is Blacksmith, which we are light years away from. How do we get iron? We need scrap smelting, which is why I've been looking over here at scrap smelting. You know what? I think I need to make an executive decision here, and I apologize for it. And I know this might seem scummy all the way around. And if you guys have a really big problem with it, let me know. I'm going to go back and I'm going to not take Hovel, and I am going to take scrap smelting. Hovel is good for the departure survival and stuff, but we need to be able to craft iron. I'm not even sure how many pieces of this we could even do if we had, but it's worth trying. Hovel is out. Let me make sure it takes... Okay, it takes the survival limit away. And then, which means we have to get rid of... So we need to take scrap smelting. But then whatever the hovel consequences are... Sorry. Which was... I could not block that sneeze in time, I apologize. So bed is out. Family is out. And there was some S that came with it too. Shadow dancing is out. Those are all three consequences of Hovel that would not have been put in the deck otherwise. So, which would change us crafting the scrap sword. We probably wouldn't have crafted that yet. I mean, maybe. I still like having it. But yes, then it's a 3-to-1 trade for iron. So let's see what pieces of gear we could make if we wanted to. So I don't think we have any cabled veins or hardened ribs. I don't think we have either of those. We don't have any cabled veins or hardened ribs. So we could make dragon boots or dragon belt. I'm not even sure we could make them both. We couldn't because they each require an organ. So we would have to choose boots or belt. But I believe we could do either. Yeah, pickaxe too. That's a good point as well, yeah. So, what do we need to make a pickaxe? It's in the weapon crafter, right? Or is it the bone? Is it the bone zone? It is. We need a bone and a leather. We might be able to do both this phase. So let's grab those two pieces of gear. It's the waist and the legs that we're looking at here. Oh. We could also do the blast sword. No, we couldn't, because that's the organs, not iron. Okay, so legs and waist. So here's the belt. So that would stop me from being knocked down from suffering a severe injury, which is nice. The boots give me +2 movement, though. Should probably go with boots. Plus we have at least one cloth at the waist, you know. So in order to do that, we need to figure out an iron. So let's get scrap smelting out. There it is right there. So scrap smelting, you have to spend an endeavor and roll. If you roll a 3 through 9, spend 3 scrap and add an iron. Or spend 3 scrap and add an iron to storage as many times as you want. So I mean, it's kind of hard to say. We need the sword. I'm keeping the sword. So even if we get a 10 or better, then unfortunately we can only do it one time. So I'll spend an endeavor for this. A 4. So we can spend 3 scrap and convert it into 1 iron. So we come over here. We have 5 scrap total. So 1, 2, 3. And turn it into 1 iron. Strange resource. Okay. Which leaves us with 3 scrap. So we could potentially do it again, or we could leave it and use those as resources we can get rid of instead of valuable resources like this, because we could spend that other endeavor on making a pickaxe. So in order to make the boots, we need to give up a king's claws, a husk, an organ, husk, an organ, and an iron, which we just made. So that gives us these boots, which is excellent. We can't make more armor because we don't have any more organ. Organ is the issue. Otherwise, we could try, because we have another veined wing, I think. Yeah. If we could make a blast shield, potentially. Because we have the king's tongue. If we make one more iron, we could make a blast shield. So it's either a blast shield or a pickaxe. Because we do have other shields we could use. It's 1, 7, and 4. And a normal shield is 1, 8, and 1. So it's better for attacking. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Mike wants to do the shield. I'm assuming Bill will probably want to do the shield too. Yep. That's what I figured. We do have a person for shield. We also have a couple shields, but I'm down with trying. Again, it's just an attempt, right? So we get rid of an endeavor. We still need to roll decently well. A 3, I think, is the lowest you can roll to convert scrap to iron. So 1, 2. And then I think it's the radioactive dung. Nope, where's our other scrap? Wait a minute. It said 3 scrap. Did everybody see that? Am I crazy? It said 3 scrap here. I guess we only have 2. I could have sworn it said 3 scrap there. I'm not sure, but I only subtracted 2 broken lanterns, and then we had 5, spent 3 on boots. Okay, thank you for paying attention to that, Mike, because I was not. So that doesn't count, but we'll spend that. We'll spend the endeavor to turn this monster hide into leather, and then we'll give up a bone of some kind. We'll give up this dung beetle. We don't need that right now. We're focusing on Dragon King. Actually, we'll get rid of a King's Claws. Give us those fingernails back. Because I don't think we need that many King's Claws anymore. Just for the boots. So we got rid of a bone, we got rid of an endeavor, and a leather. That will allow us to do the pickaxe. We can only do... Oh, we could do 2 pickaxes. We just have to get rid of 1 more bone and 1 more leather. Or 1 more hide. So we'll get rid of that monster hide. And the King's Claws, because we don't need them for anything. And that'll get us 2 pickaxes. Count them, 2. Hey, what? Where's the bone zone? There it is. We can do 2, Bill. Yep. Okay, so in our storage in the gear, we need to add 2 bone pickaxes. Nothing from the Catarium. We got boots from the armory. Dragon boots. We got a a scrap sword from the weapon crafter. We're just kind of trying to prepare ourselves for Hands of Heat loss as well, so... Oh, and we need to put Veined Wing and Horn Fragments in here. So we have 8, 9. So we'll need to sacrifice 4 plus whatever we get next time. So what should we hunt? That's a tough call. Probably just keep going after the dragon. Probably just keep going after the dragon, because at this point the resources aren't as important since we decided to not do Hovel. And we want to work on our armor stuff, right? And we need dragon-specific stuff, so we could take Amras back out. Whoops, that is the departing. So if we went back after a dragon... Organs aren't as important anymore, fellas, because we don't need to special innovate for 5 organ. So we just need an average number of organs now. So Zachary's is still pretty set. I feel like we should probably just leave that alone. Pan, on the other hand, we're going to just take these Katars out. We're going to give Pan... Oh, we didn't do the shield. We didn't do the shield. So Pan needs a shield to start working on that. And then... Tough to say. We could give a bone axe over here. Give a bone axe down here too. We got a scrap sword up here and a bow. But Pan would actually be insane with a bow. I'm gonna give them the bow, because the accuracy on that would be incredible. So just in case they get into that situation, maybe give Sunny this Dridecanthus. Because the shield is going to be, like, not terrible to wound on. It's not going to be awful. But that Keka bow is going to be crazy, actually. Accuracy of 2+ with a bow. Yeah, we'll give him this just because he's got the free spot in case he's got to lose something. That's smart. So this is... Let's finish up Pans first. So they don't lose anything because they lost the Katars. They weren't really using them anyways. So we'll save that for Pan. Pan's good to go. Now Sunny's is going to need work. Yep, 2 pickaxes. So Sunny, does he actually have a grid? Bow is what he was using last. So this is more considered our sword, right? Or dragon. Okay, caps lock, thank you. So I would say this is going to be more of a dragon. And Sunny is blind, right? Oh, he's not blind. So he don't need this. Does not need the eye patch. Monster Tooth Necklace. I'm just not sure we need the strength. What does it cost? A scrap and a bone. We do have both those available. But isn't it just one strength? We are all pretty strong. So we need 2 reds to make it +2 strength. So we could get +2 more strength. That's not bad. Okay. Alright. I'm vibing with you. So... Ah, it's almost deadly. We needed a blue connector. Okay, so let's go back to storage real quick. And add that. And yes, I will take out the required. So it was a bone and a scrap. So get rid of this broken scrap. And probably get rid of a horn fragment, I guess. Nah, we'll get rid of the fingernails. It was a good theory, but we're not going to be at Dung Beetle Night for a while. We need dragon. So back to Sunny's grid. The boots. The helmet. Just a regular old bone blade. Flower Knight badge. Just a piece of cloth. That's so funny in there. Nice to give him a dried acanthus. I feel really good about that. Monster grease sitting in storage? I don't think so. The monster grease is on somebody. Right here. So, bonuses from this. Be a little funky. 2 movement. We now get to gain +1 to all severe head injury roll results and ignore shattered jaw. That's cool. We get an evasion. Nope, you're good, Bill. 2 survival, count it 2 on departure. 2 strength from that. And it's got barbed. On a perfect hit, gain 4 strength for the rest of the attack. So we'll save that, meaning when he attacks with the bone blade, he's got decent strength. 3 strength plus his... So 3, 3, and 2? No. Yeah. So he's got 3 permanent strength, plus 2 strength from the necklace will put him at 5, and the strength of the weapon will put him at 8. So he's looking good for wounding a dragon. This is the real sickening stuff here, though. That's just incredible. 5 permanent accuracy, 7 permanent strength, 2 evasion, and a luck. Give the guy a little bit more luck, and he's just the most unreal survivor you've ever met. Did we change Amaras up much? I don't think we did. No. Nice. If bone blade breaks, do we lose the affinity? We would, yeah. Yep, unfortunately. Which is why we hope to not lose it. Hope it doesn't break. Excellent. Well, I think that's our departing fellas right there. And we're cruising. I mean, we're year 11. So, based on this campaign, we still got about 7 to 10 years to farm before we're in our nemesis phases. So, here pretty soon. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. We'll just see. Awesome, thanks guys. Did we get a thunder caller? I'm trying to remember. Did somebody turn into a thunder caller because of our conviction? Or did we roll under that? No, we should have. Did we ever roll for it? Yeah, 4 courage. So who did we give the 4 courage to? It was to Pan. So Pan should have gotten Thundercaller. Which would give them a shield very worth having, possibly, anyways. That shield's pretty legit, too. I think it reduces your movement, though. If I remember right. Like, really bad. Doesn't it? Like, reduces it to 2 or something. One of the last ones here. -3 movement. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I mean, no doubt. If we got that into Pan's hands for Shield Mastery, it's gonna do disgusting things. Especially if we got it into Pan's hands with the dragon boots on. So we would lose 1 movement, so we'd be 4 movement. I mean, if we really want to talk about the shield to use, I'll just pick up Griswold. Oh, it's Feedersaurus. Griswoldo's the sword, huh? Block 2, add 2 to all hit locations. 2, 5, and 9. That's a sweet. There's Griswoldo. Sheesh. Never have I ever gotten Griswoldo. Anyways, okay, guys. Yeah, thanks for the awesome stream. We'll be back same time next week. Bill, sorry to hear you might miss next week, pal. I get it. Life gets busy, my friend. So just keep us posted. And,